Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I wanted to try out the Foxy eye makeup, or some may call it the Siren eye makeup. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button so you can see more of my videos. Anything I use will be listed down in the description box below. If you'd like to see how I did this, then keep on watching. Okay, so I've done this one off camera, which I haven't done my base or anything, so I'm not completely finished. But this is just like the beginning of it, so I'm going to show you how I did it on the other eye. And I am using tape for this, and this is just going to help me get that really sharp line. And I do want to extend this wing out, and the tape is just going to help me do that. To start this look, I'm going to be using the Jumbo Eye Pencil by NYX, and this is going to be in the shade Black Bean. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to kind of smudge this on the outer third, and then just kind of create like a small rough wing with it. It's not going to be perfect just because like you're going to blend it out. And I have slightly hooded eyes. I have this really deep crease right here, so I'm not going to go too high up and I'm not going to go too far in, because that crease will kind of take it over and it won't give it that extended look that I'm looking for. So if you have slightly hooded eyes, or if you have hooded eyes, then just try not to go too high up with this black. For the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just going to be using one shade out of this. It's called Roxanne. And the brush I'm using is a flat blending brush, and it's a BellaLash brush. And I'm going to use this Roxanne shade to blend this black out. And I'm really just blending on top of the black, not going above the black. Because like I said, because of the way my eyes are, if I go up too high, my crease will just kind of hide what I'm trying to do. The point of the Foxy look is to give you a tapered and extended eye. So me going up too high will kind of defeat that purpose. And I love making my eyes look longer and bigger, more cat-like. I feel like, I guess in this sense, more fox-like. I think this is also called like a Siren eye makeup, so I'm not really for sure. You can call it whatever you want. I know people call things different things, so you can just call it whatever you want, but I'm gonna call it the Foxy eye look because that's just what I found it as. I'm also going to extend this Roxanne shade out, and this is just going to extend that wing out more. I'm also not going super far in. I'm not going all the way to the corner of my eye because I really want a very fine line on that inner side, so I'm not going too far in. I'm gonna go back in with that pencil again, and this is just gonna add that black back in. If I'm doing this a little funny, it's because when I put tape on, my eyelashes don't really want to go down, so I have to pull them down to get out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going back in again with that Roxanne shade, and then just blending out that black I just put in. I'm gonna take the tape off and just kind of see where I'm at. So because I do want it to be really, really sharp and the tape doesn't completely go up against my eye, I'm gonna take a wipe and just go straight out and sharpen that wing more. Next thing I'm going to do to kind of blend that brown out a little bit more, and to set my lids since I'm not putting eyeshadow all over it, and to set the concealer that I have there, I'm going to take some translucent powder on a blending brush, and I'm just going to go over my lid and then just kind of go over top of that wing a little bit. This is just going to blend that brown out more. I'm just doing it a little bit. I'm not doing it a lot. To make the really fine black line on the inside that I'm wanting to create, I'm going to use the Stila Smudge Pot. The brush I'm going to be using is a Morphe M160-1/16 brush. I have to do the same thing with my eyelashes on this, so just ignore that. And just put it right up against that lash line. And I'm doing a couple layers with this Smudge Pot because it's not very black, so this just darkens it up. Another thing I did is just kind of go back all over my lid. And what else I did is I'm going to take it across my whole lash line and then kind of just wing it in this outer third just slightly and create like a small wing. Sorry, I'm still getting used to having this mirror in front of me, so I'm like trying not to shove my face in it because the camera's over here but the mirror's over here, so sorry about that. Right now I'm just cleaning up the lines and cleaning everything up and making sure it's the way I want it to be. Because sometimes working around these eyelashes can be a little annoying, especially when you're trying to get like right up against your lash line. These lashes are just like right there. I wanted to also do my base on camera. I know I don't normally do this, but I am going to do it a bit different to help extend my eyes a bit more. So to start off, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Putty Primer. This is the one with the niacinamide as well. And I already put a moisturizer on my face before starting my video. So I put that on in the morning. So I do it before I even start filming. Taking the Maybelline Eraser Concealer in the shade 100. I'm going to put this where I normally put it. If you guys haven't seen my base video. Because I do a video just on my base because I don't film it all the time. Because I do the same thing every time. So I feel like it's a bit repetitive to film it every single time I do my makeup, so I don't always do it. But what I am doing differently on this is I'm actually going to put it underneath of that wing and kind of extend it towards my temple. And I don't do this all the time, so this is different. And then I'm going to do it on the other side. And what that will do is just give me a really light point. And then what I'm going to do with my concealer will hopefully give me more of a lift. That's the idea, at least. So I like to let my concealer sit for a little bit. So this is when I take my contour stick. This is the NYX Wonderstick. I'm going to do what I normally do with this. So nothing too different right now. Then I saw somebody, her name is Jordan Lipscomb, I think is how you say her name. She does TikTok and she does YouTube, and I love watching her videos. So what she does is, if I'm doing it correctly, I couldn't look up a video because I'm making a TikTok, so I didn't want to mess up, but I think she does like a line on her temple, just like that on both sides. And this kind of lifts her face up a little bit more. I don't always do that, so I'm going to try it out with this since I'm wanting a more lifted and a very extended eye makeup. And I'm just going to blend in that concealer. This is what it looks like all blended out. So this is just my creams, so I will be using powders, so that will help blend out some of the darkness because it is kind of patchy. So I will be using other stuff to blend it out better. Moving on to cream concealer, I'm going to be using the P. Louise Cosmetic base in the shade Winter Rose. I just like to use my finger for this. The temperature outside has been like up and down, up and down. So like we turned the heat off in the house because it's been like 70 degrees. Well, now it's like 53 degrees and I think the air is still on. So my fingers are like really cold. Like I feel fine, like I'm a little chilly, but like I'm comfortable. But like my fingers are like ice cold because it's colder in here than it has been. But like I'm afraid to turn the heat off because I feel like it's just gonna warm back up and the sun's, it's still gonna be like 50 something degrees, but I feel like the sun is still like really warm. So I just don't want to turn the heat on. And I don't want to turn the air off because my husband gets hot and complains. It happens in the morning too, even when like the heat's on and it's warmer in here. When I put my moisturizer on my face in the morning, my hands are still really cold because I'm like cold all the time. So when I get up in the morning, my hands are cold. And when I like put my moisturizer on my face, it's like the worst thing ever because I'm like, my hands are cold. It makes me cold. To set my creams, I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And taking a damp beauty blender, I'm just going to tap out and blend everything out. I feel like my contour went on so weird today. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the added darkness right here that I'm not used to or what, but I feel like this cheek right here was just like really through my blending brush or through my beauty blender. But I just feel like it's really patchy. I don't know why. Didn't do it any different right there. For setting powder, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Paris Hydra Perfect in the shade Translucent. So me and my husband started working out again just like 2 days ago, and we really didn't have a lot of time before I had to go to work. So we only had like 20 minutes, so we had to do something fairly quickly, but we wanted to get started. We figured something was better than nothing. So we just did a set of squats, and we did 3 sets of 10. And like I just did the bar because I'm a small person and I can't really lift up that much. Definitely not what I used to be able to. I used to be able to lift more than that. I also had like a more physical job then as well, so like I was always moving stuff. But like now I have more of a desk job and so I sit a little bit more, so I haven't done squats in a while, and oh my goodness, my legs hurt so bad. My quads are on fire, and like the fact that we just got started and we didn't really hit the gym that hard Like, I am not prepared for the recovery for these sore days because it's going to suck. I hate restarting going to the gym. That's like the worst part. Like, I think once you start going and you're just kind of like used to going and like the soreness doesn't last as long, like that part isn't as bad. But like when you stop, because I've stopped and like I've stopped, went back, stopped, went back. It's like a really bad cycle that I have. But like I feel like starting at the gym is the worst part, is the hardest part. So I'm just ready for that part to be over and for us to be working out more regularly and like the soreness not be there so long. But it freaking sucks. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Butter Bronzer, and this is the Sunkissed Bronzer. The brush I'm using is an e.l.f. highlighting brush. And this will also help blend out that contour. Don't really know how I feel about it because I just feel like there's just like an added darkness right here. I think it's the concealer itself. I think I used contour. The contour color I use is fine, but I think I need to get like a more gray shade, I think is what it's called, or a cool toned. That's what it is. I need to get more of a cool toned contour, not a brown, because I just don't think it works as well for my skin color. At least definitely not putting like a dark brown spot right here. So I think I need to go with more of a cool tone. I just haven't taken the time and I don't have the money yet to spend on it. So I'm just kind of patiently waiting and working with what I have, because I've used this contour stick for so long that like I didn't really know about cool toned contours until like recently compared to how long I've been using it. So I'm just not completely comfortable with switching yet, but I think it will work better with my skin tone and I won't feel like it's so dark and like have to blend it out. Because like once I blend it out with this bronzer, like it looks a lot better and it doesn't look as harsh, but I just think it would be easier to work with if I had a cool toned. I don't know, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys have similar, obviously skin tones are different, but if you have like a similar skin tone than to me and you use a cool tone, or if you use a cool tone just because you like it, like let me know what you think of it and if you think I should invest in a cool tone contour. Okay, so I finished my base and then I finished this off camera so you guys can see what the finished look looks like. It definitely helped when I did this inner corner because I was doubting it until now. So like this definitely changes the shape of your eye. It's crazy. So I'm just going to show you how I did it on the other side. Off camera, I'm going to tight line and line my waterline with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Black Bean. This is the same shade that I used on the top lid. And then I'm also going to do my mascara, and I'm going to be using the Benefit They're Real mascara. For liner, to make that inner wing, I'm going to use the NYX Epic Ink Liner. I'm going to do my best to do this on camera, but I cannot promise you that I'm going to have to end up doing it off camera, just because I'm going to have to be like face into mirror. I feel like if I put my mirror here, then it's going to be like, maybe if I do that, you can still kind of see me. We're just going to try it like this and see what happens. So like what I did first is I make the initial like little triangle shape, and then I take the liner and then extend it however far that I want to. I think I did it, and I think I did it on camera. That's the inner wing. And they actually match. Wow, I'm so proud of myself. So that's it for the eye makeup. For highlighter, I'm going to use the Too Faced Love Light. This is in the shade Blinded by the Light. I'm just using my finger for this. I'm going to put this on my cheekbone, the brow bone, the highlighted point of my forehead, on my nose. I'm doing the tip, and I'm also doing above the bridge. I've been seeing people do this, so I want to try it out. On my Cupid's bow, and then on my chin. Then I normally put eye highlighter on my inner corner, but because I don't want to disturb that liner, I'm going to take a very like flat and kind of, I'm going to show it to you. It kind of looks like this. It's kind of rounded. It's a Morphe brush. It doesn't have a number. That's why I'm showing it to you. I'm going to use this and kind of pick up this highlighter, and I'm going to put it right underneath of that wing. And I feel like this is just going to highlight the sharpness of my eye and then still give that inner corner like a highlight. Now that I'm completely done with my face, before I do my lipstick, I'm going to set everything with the Urban Decay Ultra Matte Setting Spray. For lip liner, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in the shade Rosewood. I'm going to use two different lipsticks. I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Unicorn Blood. I really just wanted like a more of a red lip for this. And to kind of help dampen that red a little bit, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Warm Taupe Matte Lipstick. I'm going to put this in the center. Then I'm going to kind of blend out the edges with my finger. I feel like this lip deserves a lip gloss, so I'm going to use this like Harry Potter. I don't even know where it came from. It's like Harry Potter lip gloss. It doesn't have a name. It says made in China and that's it. Or made in Canada. So I don't know where it's from. But I'm going to use this because I haven't used this in a while. I want to. That is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I like hearing y'all's feedback, so please comment down below with anything you'd like to tell me or any future videos you'd like to see. Until next time, bye.